Hello, Sudoku friends. Welcome to New York Times Hard Sudoku. Today is January 28th, 2023. I've been up all night almost because I took an interest in the Indonesian language. I'm forever wondering why some languages can be so structurally simple, like Vietnamese, Chinese, Indonesian. And then most of the Proto-Indo-European based languages are so complicated. Look at all the Romance languages, and I will throw in German and Russian as well. I know them quite intimately. They have such complicated grammar. They seem to want to conjugate everything. It's just amazing that a language like the Vietnamese or the Chinese can have such relatively simple grammar, and you can still have great poetry. Well, anyway, I will keep wondering, I guess. I might take up Indonesian and dump Korean. Um, I'm still contemplating that. Anyway, let's do the New York Times Sudoku today. Well, there's a 6 and a 9 here. That makes this a 6 or a 9. And that makes this a 5 and a 7. We also have a 7 coming up and coming up here. So this is also a 7 in one of these two. That makes one of these two a 7. The 8 comes down here. Therefore, one of these must be an 8. One of these must be a 2. 3, 4, 7, 8 across here. There's a 4 here. So this is 3 and a 7. 3, 4, 7, 8. Let's see. One of these must be a 5, of course, and therefore one of these must be a 5. One of these must be a 9. And one of these must be a 2. I don't know if I mentioned that because we have the 2 down here. And the other one, of course, is a 7, making these a 4 and a 1. And since this cannot be a 1, it must be a 4, and this must be a 1, right? 1, 5, and a 9. We have a 9 here and a 1 here. So a 5 must go here or here. Well, we got a 1, 4 here and a 1, 4 here. So we need to find 1, 4s for 2 of these 3 squares. The other 3 must be a 6, 7, and an 8. And this can't be a 7, so a 7 must go. Let's see, not here. No. One of these must be a 6, though. These ones here and the 1 here and the 1 here force a 1 to go up here. 2, 3, 8 to go here, here, and here. 2 here, here, and 7 here, here, or here. Oh, hang on. Didn't I just say that one of these will have to be a 9? Because we have a 9 coming up here and we have 2 9s going over here. And the same can be said about the 5s. We got a 5 coming down here and a 5 coming over here and a 5 coming over here. So these two have to be a 5 and a 9. Leaving a 1, 2, 3, 8 for the remaining 4 cells. There's a 2, 8 here. So this is a 1, 3. There's a 1, 2 here. So this is a 3, 8. Well, hang on. This can't be a 1, can it? Nor can these. Nor can this. So this is, of course, a 1. And that makes this a 1. Yes. And now we got 2 1s coming across here. That blocks these 5 cells. We've got 2 coming down and up, and that makes this a 1. So if these are 5 9s, what does that do to the 4s in this grid? There's a 4 coming up here, and there's a 4 coming down here. And there's a, yeah, so that makes this a 4. That's all I can say. Now we just need to find a 7, 8, and a 3 for these 3 guys. There's an 8 here. So this is a 3, 7. This is a 7, 8. and this can be a 3, 7, or an 8. 7 comes down here, and these are taken by 5 and 9, making these 7s, and we have a 7 blocking over here, so this is a 7. And now one of these must be a 7. The other one must be a 4. Just leaves a 6 and an 8 for these cells here. So these are 6 and 8 pairs. Well, one of these two now must be an 8 because there's an 8 already in this box here. Can we infer anything from that? I don't think so. 3 coming down here though, and these being blocked by 5 9s, that makes these 3. So this cell down here must be a 3 now. Got a 3 coming over here, so one of these 3 cells might be a 3 now, and these two have to be a 6 and a 9. But we knew that because these are 6 and 9. So this is a 6 and 9 too, except there is a 6 already in this row. Therefore, this is a 9, making this a 5, making this a 6, and this a 9. Yes. Now one of these must be a 6. Since we found the 9 here, and we got these two 9s, we can plug in a 9 here. And now one of these must be a 9. Well, the 4 is blocking up here, isn't it? And the 4 here is blocking here, making one of these a 4. So we need a 4 for column 3, and we have these two 4s here. So this is a 4, as we remember. This one, therefore, must be a 7. And now, this can't be a 7. This can't be a 7 because of the 7, the ghost 7 coming down here. This cannot be a 7 now because of this. So this is a 7. Now we have a 8, 3, and a 2 across here. Yes, this can't be a 2. This can't be a 2. Therefore, this is a 2. This is now an 8, 3, and this is an 8, 3. And these 2's here force a 2 to go here, and as we recall, this therefore must be a 6, making this an 8, and now one of these must be an 8, and the other one must be a 7. And that, of course, would make this a 3. It's looking quite good, I think. We might as well plug in the 8 here. And that makes one of these an 8, right? And one of these must be an 8, therefore we still need to find an 8 for row 4, and it needs to go here. And the 7 must go here, making this a 7, and now one of these 3 must be a 7. And we know which one, because one of these is a 7, right? One of these is a 7. We still need to find a 7 for row 2, and this is the only place where it can go. A 3, 8, and a 9. No, a 3, 8, and a 6 here. Let's see, we've got a 6 coming over here. 6 here and here, 8, 3. Okay, this is a 3, of course, and this is therefore an 8. And this must be the 6 now. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Let's see, 8, 8, 8. Here we go. Isn't that it for the 8s? I think so. So many places to put a hook in. Now let's look at this row here, a 3, 6, and a 5. 6 here. No, 6 can go here or here. What was the other one? A 3. 3 up here and over here. No, and the 5 also not. Well, hang on. One of these must be a 5, right? So no, a 5 could go here, here, and here. So that doesn't look possible. What about down here? 5, 6, and a 9. There's a 9 here, so one of these is a 9, but we knew that. 6s, then 6 up here and over here, one of these is 6, and therefore one of these is a 6. That's the third time I find out that one of these is a 6. I might be able to remember it now. 2 down here, 2 over here, one of these is a 2, one of these is a 3, 5 here, 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 6 here or here. That's all very good, but not good enough. 2, 4, and 6. 4 here or here. Yes, we knew that. Oh, hang on. 2 going up here, 2 going over here. So this is a 2, 4. Therefore, this is a 6. What am I thinking about? Apparently, I wasn't thinking at all. So a 2, 4 here, a 6 coming up here, and a 6 coming over here. That makes this a 6. And now we need to find a 5 and a 3 for these two squares. That should be possible because this is also a 5 or a 3 here. This is a 2 or a 5. We have a 2 in this block, so this is a 5 and this is a 2. And I think we are cracking it now. These are now 3 and 5, making these 9 and 6. But the 5 here tells me something about here, I think. No, because this can be a 5 and this can be a 5, so it doesn't really. But this one must be a 3, and this one must be a 2 and a 4. There's a 2 here, making this a 4 and this a 2. And now we need a 4 for one of these squares, and we have a 4 blocking this square. Therefore, this is a 4, making this a 4, and this is a 2. We have that in memory, don't we? Making this a 2 here, and therefore this is a 7, making this a 7, and this a 5. That is now a 5, and this is a 3, and this is a 3, and this is a 5. It can't be anything else. This square is going to be a 5, and this must be a 9, making this a 9 and making this a 6 and this a 6. See, I remembered the 6, and this is going to be a 3. That was not a bad puzzle, but it was by no means a difficult puzzle, I think. But it had a very nice flow and some pretty logic. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I thank you for watching. Please come back for more soon. Bye for now.